Now from a field that will host Super Bowl 58 come February, there's a good look inside Allegiant Stadium just off the 15 here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned to start the game. The new rule here in effect. Fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line. Looking to throw right away, Pickett. And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the grab. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Pickett. It's brought in by Harris. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. You look at this Raiders defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And from analyzing them and talking with their defensive coordinator, we know they have a full playbook. So look for them to mix up coverages, pressure one play, fall back the next. They'll do a lot of different things trying to confuse the offense.
Finding Pickens for another catch. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Pickett will look to throw it here.
No pass interference, bro.
They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. A first carry for the all-pro running back. It's Josh Jacobs. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Past the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Alex Highsmith simply would not be stopped on that play.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Garoppolo.
Oh my God.
Here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve.
My God.
It's 3rd down.
Bro, what the fuck,
That's where he
bro?
wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back.
Oh my God.
Unsuccessfully.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Fucking pick, boy.
Carlson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally,
Well,
you
he
want
just
to end
can't
every
catch,
drive
boy.
with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it
Fuck
with a
sad.
kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
From the gun, here's Pickett. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know that's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now, I'm looking over at the coaching
Made no
staff.
fucking
I
sense,
see
man.
the wheels turning in their heads, and you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Made no fucking
5
sense,
turnovers
bro.
last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on
Fucking
EA
fumble the ball,
Sports.
boy. First scary.
Second quarter from Vegas, the home-standing Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Now Garoppolo. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs.
And I'm going to flinch out of that just now, man.
Past the 10-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Garoppolo.
There you go.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make
And that boy
plays,
boot the fuck out
just
that
like
ball.
that one we saw there.
On the return is Peterson. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive.
I fuck this, you pissing me off.
Touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we got a chance to put points on the board.
Oh.
Pickett now on 1st down. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Pickett now from the gun here. And that is incomplete here. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Sean, bro, you gotta stop, bro.
Pickett completes this one to Pickens.
Oh, fuck it. You gotta stop, bro.
As they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Oh.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll fight his way
Fuck
down
yeah,
around the 12.
boy.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Pickett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Pickett. He'll look to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And caught in the
Should have been pass interference. The boy took my dog all the way out the route, bro.
Najee Harris, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw is Garoppolo. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Oh, shit.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And this will be taken across midfield.
Fucking picking this man up.
Territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Pickett back to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Wow. Come on, bro.
17 yards. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. Throwing now is Garoppolo, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Garoppolo now. That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. He hits Adams, complete. And he's knocked to the turf right there at the 46-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I have to think a major focus at halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
3rd and 4. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
And it's complete to Adams. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The slant connects with Devontae Adams. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. They didn't get the touchdown.
Are they giving him that shit?
Get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. So nothing doing there. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He's got it. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
This is Harris on the drive.
God damn, come on, bro. What a fucking block for me, bro. See that shit, ain't Sean?
Second and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Pickett sets up play action. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter.
Oh, shit.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
They're trying to go deep, bro. Fucking will not let me go over the top.
The Steelers on third down. They've hit
I'm
2
trying to
for
go
4
deep with
thus
my
far.
dog.
This is 3rd and 11. Pickett will look to throw it here. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Well, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Amir Abdullah.
Sorry, ass kick return.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. That's a punt return of 89 yards. And the Raiders have taken a fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Najee Harris. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Back to throw, Pickett. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run right here with Jacobs. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. Garoppolo. Open man is Myers. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. In motion right goes Adams. Play action. Garoppolo. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo.
Wide open.
Back to Mayer. Touchdown Raiders.
Plain
Michael
outside.
Mayer with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Pass complete to Austin on the comeback route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. Austin is there and brings in another one. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Pickett, he's going to throw it again. It's brought in by Harris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Fuckers can't catch,
man. A pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Fuckers can't catch the ball.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Pickett. They're throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
My dog on a fucking.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts in the middle of the field. That should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
Might work.
Here comes second down. Pickett to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Make it back-to-back weeks
he
now
can pick
with
the
a pick
interceptions
six
up,
for
though.
him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. So a net gain of 1 there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that. It's caught inside the 25. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Pickett back to throw. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Las Vegas, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.